Have you seen all the shorts online about how you can make money online and start an online business really easy? If you're an introvert, you'll want to avoid these 5 mistakes. Don't forget to like, subscribe to catch the future episodes that are coming up. They come out every single Friday. Let's get to it. So how are we doing? Welcome to episode 5 of Not Another Podcast. So being an introvert, we like to spend time alone and don't like social environments, which is quite difficult in the online business world, especially if you're using social media. It's kind of in the name. So here's 5 things to avoid when starting an online business. Number 1, isolating yourself completely. So being an introvert, we don't mind staying indoors by ourselves, being in our rooms or at our desk, and especially if we've got something to do, like start an online business. But for your own sanity, don't let this happen. Get outside, go for walks, and if you've got a dog bonus, you go for walks anyway. Do some exercising, anything. Do a couple of push-ups, a few squats, anything you can. And if you're like me and you've got a job that's really hard, it's really tough, it takes a lot of energy out of you. That doesn't really count. Going from sweating all day and then getting home, getting into front of your computer or your phone and trying to create content and trying to do things online, you can't do it. You won't be able to focus, and take this from someone that's been there. Number 2 is neglecting networking. So it's really easy to dive into books, audio books, online courses, watching YouTube videos, tutorials, and especially if you pay for any of the above things there, you feel like you have to put the time and the effort into it. And chances are, if you've already started your online business or you're just getting into social media, you're out there posting content. So you're doing all of them things that I said above. You're reading books, you're listening to audio books, and you're posting content. You're missing a really big key factor. And it's simply networking and meeting new people. And not, for me, in my opinion, and comment if you don't agree or comment if you agree. But this is one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people make. And it's really difficult, especially if you've been in this a little while, if you're doing affiliate marketing or whatever it is you're doing, you kind of see people as leads or potential clients. Try and get that out of your mind, and just go for meeting people as people and networking with them and getting to know them and building relationships and friendships. And so get out there and meet these people. You never know what opportunities are around the corner. Number 3, rushing decisions. So you've been scrolling through social media, or you see something online, or you watch a video on YouTube, you think, oh, that's for me, I'm going to do that, I'm going for it. So you dive straight into it, then a little bit of time goes by, and you're like, this actually isn't for me, not too sure what it is. At the time, it was all about money and how you can make all this money, and it's just not going that way. This rash decision, that decision that you made, because you didn't think and you just rushed into it, is going to cost you a lot of time, which is worth way more than any money. You can't get any time back. You can always make more money. So what I would say is always do your research. Even if you see something, you think that is amazing, I need to do that. Have a look into it, read about it, speak to people that are a part of it maybe, or have been a part of it, or have a look at reviews and things like that, depending on what it is, of course. I know rushing decisions, it's the same for if you're creating content or when you start to create content. Don't just do it for the sake of doing it because you think you need to post content every day or once a week. Just take your time with it. Post it when you think it's ready. And don't just rush into it because you feel like you have to. Number 4 is over-checking metrics. So if you're using YouTube as your main social media platform, we have to go and check metrics. We have to see how the video's performing, how many people are viewing it, when it was viewed, how long it was viewed for, things like that, right? That's fine. But you don't need to do that every single day, all day. You don't have to keep checking it all the time. And I can be the world's worst for it. I'll post a video or I'll post on a different social media platform. Within 5 minutes, I'm having a look at my notifications. I'm checking. I am the world's worst for it. So maybe set a time, like set a certain time in the day, or say to yourself, once a day, I'll post the content, I'll go and do something for a few hours, and then I'll check it. And then I'll wait till the following day. Unless it's something like if you are on Facebook or something like that where you have to kind of engage to keep the algorithm moving, then, you will get notifications from people commenting, or if you've commented on somebody else's, then you will get the notifications that way. But what I'm saying is don't overthink your metrics. Don't think I've posted now, I'm going to get all these likes and engagement, and it just doesn't work that way. Let me know in the comments if you do this. Number 5, and it's a biggie. Leave your ego outside. Get rid of it completely if you can. Now, in a way, number 4 kind of spoke about ego without saying the word ego, but bear with me on this one. So going back to creating content, right? Because this is what this is, isn't it? It's content. It's a video. It's a piece of video content. Doesn't matter if you're doing a video, long form, short form, if you're in a blog, if you've got a website, whatever it is, you're writing, putting posts on Facebook or Twitter or anywhere, right? Sometimes you can spend hours creating these videos, spend an hour or two writing your posts out, your blogs out, whatever it is, right? And we're using content as an example. Put all this time in, you review it, you edit it if it's a video, you read through it, you proofread it, you check it's all right. And at the end of it, you think, that is a fantastic piece of content. I really like that. People are going to love it. You put it out there and you get crickets. You start checking your mobile every 5 minutes, checking notifications, there's nothing coming through. That's the ego kicking in. That's you thinking that you've put something out which amazing, which it probably was, but unfortunately, not everything that you're going to put out online is going to go anywhere. I've had times where I've had content go booming, and I've had times where it's had absolutely nothing. Now, we can't really go off my YouTube channel because it's very, very new. So it's hard to gauge. If you're looking at my videos and thinking, you don't get many views there, Dom, so what are you talking about? I used to have another channel. I've been on social media for over 2 years. So I've had a lot of engagement over that time. But you get times where you just get absolutely nothing. And if you let the ego take over, it's gonna mess with your mindset. And what's gonna happen is your next piece of content is not gonna be as good because you're gonna have a bad frame of mind. You're gonna be thinking, what's the point? Why should I do this? That's all the ego. So get the ego out. Don't fall into that trap of that everything you're putting out there, people are gonna love. And I'm sure it's amazing. So here's the bonus tip. Now this is something I've just learned from last week. I'm recording this video, of course, if you're watching this in the future. But from episode 4 of this podcast, so this is episode 5, the most biggest thing I've learned, and the biggest mistake to avoid, is over-editing your videos. Now, if you don't know what I'm on about, go and have a look at episode 4. You don't have to watch it all, but just watch the first 5 minutes, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't know what came over me, but literally, this is a podcast, right? So it's me talking. Eventually, there's going to be another person, a guest on there. So it'll be a split screen. There'll be 2 of us talking. I didn't need to be floating all over the screen. I didn't need to get rid of the background. I'm in my daughter's bedroom because it's got the best light. Because the light here on her vanity shines this way. It's the best light. I don't know why I did all that, but I did. And so far, it's got like 5 views. And I don't think it's ever going to get any more, apart from if you watch this and go back and just watch a few minutes of it to see what I'm talking about. And that isn't me trying to plug it to get me more views on it, because I know it's terrible. Unfortunately, I think what I was saying, in fact, I know what I was saying in the episode was actually quite good. But unfortunately, the video editing was terrible. So, if out of the first 5 tips I've said, the best one I think, especially if you're going to start creating videos on YouTube, don't over edit the videos. Especially if you're doing a podcast as well. I hope these tips help you out. I hope you can avoid these mistakes so you can grow a lot quicker than I have. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it if you like. And I'll see you in the next one.